gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
I'm ready.
I'll take on all of you! Round one. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Heading into the goes for the super art. Jump. Burnout activates. Going in. Player 2 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Target locked and scoop. Not shy with the grab. Jumps up, looking to plant him with a pile driver. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Hold your breath. Beautiful setup with that attack. Sticks the combo. Gets carried to the corner. Was hungry for the grab. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps in. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Full SA meters on deck for both spots, experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage. In there! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Throws them. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Ooh, what a smart play. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Over in a flash. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round one. Fight!
Time to get tricky hidden variable. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants. Hit them with a stopping bomb. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Was that a good decision? Throws him down. What's the play here? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Goes in on the impact for nothing. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Reads their mind and takes the throw. In there! Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Can't take the throw. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a sight. Hits them with a vagabond edge. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. There's the wall slap. They can't do anything now. Going in. Player 2, are they baiting them into that? Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Oh, yo! Rock, super here! Cooks up the hot and spicy and flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like it goes out of sight. It's the last round. It's level 3 super. Settle that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Oh my god, they just choked it up. Handle with care. You can't stop driving that. Bend the meter. Here comes the corner from drive and back misses. Both avoiding the wall like a play. Player 1 closes it out. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Hit them with a stopping bomb. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Hold your breath. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Goes for the super arch. Player 1 is in a tight spot right now. All right, what's coming up next? Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Throws them. What's next? Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Hidden variable? Holds out with a block. Ah, burnout, I'm in there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? They're backed up into the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Ooh, Bushin scrambles gonna leave them hurting. Knockdown experiencing burnout. Super clutch corner switch. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play? Finds the target. Player 2 is not in a good place. Help sets up with the jump in. Opts for the critical art. This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only going to wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Will they go home? Will this super art do anything? Leave them from above with a butcher beat. What a finish! Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1. Fight.
Time to get down to business. Brushes that off and keeps going. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Will this decision pay off for them? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Oh, with the throw. Very solid corner switch. 2 chases him, experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 doesn't have a look on super art. Bushin Beats assaults them from the air. Ooh, comes crashing down on them with some Bushin Beats. Hits them, throws them. Both tricky hit it variable. Gets it. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. They're not going out of sight. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Who's going to steal this win? Changing up the beat with a hidden variable. Player 2 needs the forward throw, laying the pressure on Jake. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Level 3 super! Sending that meter like it's nobody's business. Super! That's what we want to see. Blocks the low kick. Wrecks them. Player 1 is in a very good spot. There's a burnout. Vagabond forever elevator. Amazing turn to gain on the super. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Oh my, the throw tech. Oh, they changed sides. Tricky hidden variable. They push their way out, wraps it up with a throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1.
Alright, first round. What's going to happen? Those aren't working here. These two fighters are perfectly synced. Jump in, finds the mark. Rips them up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The combo's there. What's going to follow the combo? Checks them with a projectile. Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Burnout is triggered. Knockdown. Okay, creating some space here. Fireball from very long way. What's next? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position force. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. What'll happen here? KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Holds out with the block. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Quick dashes! The fighters return to the middle of the stage. It's a good spot to use a super. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1. Fight.
This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Opts for the throw. Decides to go in with the target combo. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Can't tech the throw? There's a wall splat, which leaves them wide open. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Grabs them, knockdown. Where is their opening? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Alright, what snipes them out the air? Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Teleports! That's gonna rattle them. Gets the jump in. Inferno to turn up the heat. Oh, will this early super art shape the course of the round? Yoga teleport! Where is he going? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? Side switch in the corner. Hope for the medium kick. Player 2, this is gonna hurt. KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. It's now or never. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? Hope gets him with a Euro step. Earns a breather to reset the situation. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Grounds him from above. Jumps. Blocks the drive reversal. Drive impact misses. Clutch anti-air. They just fit that jump-in out of here. Player 2 needs to take advantage of the gauge disparity. Uh-oh. This would really tip the scales. Player 1 is on track to steal it. Solid anti-air. Player 2 gets him with a Euro step. What are they gonna do? Comet to make something happen. They're sitting on a full super art gauge now. Yoga float to mess with their head. Comet from up high. Okay, nobody blinked. Target combo into. They were sitting on their meter for this super art. The super hit is gonna be enough to kill. Perfectly planned, perfectly executed. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Alright, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Opt for the throw to close it out. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Goes in on the impact for nothing. You do not want to whip an impact. Keeps them guessing with a yoga arch. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Burnout activates. Not much life difference. A super art? Triple Jinrai hits. Good damage on it. Knockdown and genius read with that throw escape. Connects with the throw. Both fighters planning something? Dangerous threads it cleanly. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Yoga fire! Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Hit them with a stopping block. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 1 with the lead! Will they go for offense or defense? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Not going anywhere! This is gonna hurt! Only 50% life left! Tons of space between the fighters now! What are they cooking up? Player 2 is in a very good spot. Crumble from above! Yoga is right on the set this fight! Oh! It's enough! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round 1. Fight.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will them? This is gonna hurt! Box him with a target call. Order makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Drive reversals block. Not a bad idea there, but the opponent was on top of it. Ooh, wants to hit it big here with a super art. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. The jump in catches them. What'll happen? Burnout activates. Heading into the end game now. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2, lead blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 2, holding on to that corner advantage. Okay, creating some space here. Out of range, relatively safe. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Goes with the safe stuff with that, uses the gauge for a super on. Triple Jinrai doing the business. Quick breather. Burnout activates. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. What'll happen here? How did they read that throw? Player 2 needs to use the sets up with the jump in. What are they gonna do? RKO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. That's all for Yoga Fire. Crowns him from above. All the throws connects. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Make smart use of the game. Good, super. This is the time to believe in yourself over in a flash. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round 1. Fight.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talk? Teleport! That's gonna rattle them. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Trying to read each other here? Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Can't tech the throw? Knockdown. Player 2 is in a tight spot right now. Hits with the overhead. Player 2 chases them down. Snipes them out the air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Nails the anti-air. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Fires off a yoga combo. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Checks with a medium. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? Drilling time. Let the Yoga Inferno rip. What'll happen here? Blocks it. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. All the throw connects. Gets him with a Euro step. Reads the jump in perfectly. Burnout activates. Crowns him from above. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. They gotta go. Player 2 can't let them simmer. They gotta start cooking. Ocean beat it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Decides not to let pass a bit of OD spice there. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? Flashes him. It's a good spot to use the super. This could really tip the scale. This might be a pivotal super arm. Crowns him from above. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Quick medium poke. This could lead to some big damage. Both fighters are down to half life. Player 1 is on track to steal this back after that super. Tons of space between the fighters now. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart throw. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. What a finish! Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. He uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Not letting that go. Taking stock. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Good job. Nice counter. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Go! Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Goes for the jump in. Their spacing is so on point, but who's gonna blink first? Both fighters have a full burnout activates. Player uses the gauge for a super arm. Is this gonna kill? Both fighters gotta roll up those sleeves and think of something. Nice fireball. Damn! You look at the damage. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. This is a critical moment. What are they gonna do? This is what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Let's get the last round. It's now or never. Close range projectile. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining. Excellent block. Uses the back to shave off some of their drive game. Player 2 is in a pretty good burnout activates. Player 2 will have to deal pumps the brakes on the impact. Oh man, this is a scary range. Carries them all the way to the corner in one go. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player 1 needs to wait this out. There's the soup with the lariat. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Now they can use drive. Impact squashed. What are they doing? Perfect execution with the anti-air. And eats it. Oh, they're gonna beat him. We just saw the heist of the century. Player 1. What?
Round 1.
Target combo into. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Ooh, snap kick sends them spinning. Let's get it. Reads them. They hit each other. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Takes a trip. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Life lead opens up.
Yeah.
The fight continues in the middle of the stage. They trade. Experiencing burnout. Big counter. The kick hits. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Were they baiting them into that? That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Looking to plant them with a pile driver. You've got to be mindful of raw critical. What's going to happen? Path to a win looks experiencing burnout. No escaping that. Last round, people. Both fighters got to go all in from this point. The jump in is denied. Barry knocked him out of the air. Danger said, get that jump in out of here. Player 2 has the soup. Will this super art do anything? Puts them in the blender and heats the oven. Watch for the mix-up. Cross that off. Quick step forward. Combo. Let's go. Gets Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Was hungry for the grab. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Takes a trip. Hold your breath. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Taking close for the super art? Player 1 chases them down. In a dire situation. KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Let's get headbutt. They piled up the knowledge. Nice counter. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. G-right kick for a mix-up. Connects with medium, hits him with a stopping block. Pops him with a shorty. What'll happen here? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Stuck in the corner but not going down without a fight. Finishes with the throw. Player 1 buries their opponent. How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? That drive impact doesn't get through. Forcefully closes the gap. Gets the jump in. Got their eye on the air. Neither of them willing to back off. Very solid corner switch. Player 1, hold your breath. Right lead opens up. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Knockdown. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Saihasho to start something? They choose to spend the meter to up the damage by a bit. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Super clutch corner switch. Cross-up attack. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Looking for a chance. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Drives it back, misses. Connects with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Trouble from up top. Drops that off. They are not getting close to each other. Taps them on the toe. Turning it right up with a super. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. Player two is a force to be reckoned with.
Round one. Fight.
Time to get down to business. The first round crowns them from above. Hits them with a stopping block. Were they baiting them into that? Did well to get the buff in there. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. What's the play here? Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Gets out of the corner. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Decides to buff up while they can. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Life lead opens up. Player will end the throw, ends the round. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. A brave forward jump there to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump in is denied. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Shows the medium kick. Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Throws him. What's next? Fantastic awareness. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Nice and down by Raku. Playtime's over. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Player one needs to use changes the flight plan. Jump. Oh, slick reaction with a vertical roll. This is a critical moment. Crowns him from above. Side hustle. There's a burnout. Knocked him out of the air. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Doesn't take the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Decides not to rush in without a friend. Keeps them out. Sends the bomb off to shake them up. Vertical rolling attack. Get out of here. Scrapping it out up close. Hits them with a stopping block. Player two is on the brink of disaster. What? Anti-air. There's a burnout. Player two is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Oh, slick reactions with a vertical roll. Cross on attack. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Dangerous range here. Escapes the corner. Trouble from up top. Pokes with a kick. I can't believe it. A jump. Huge chance after that wall splash. Time to go for broke. Oh, huge damage. They are done.
Judy.
Player one has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round one. Fight.
Gets the side switch. Brushes that off and keeps going. Sticks the combo. What's going to follow the combo? Player two has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player one creates a good corner opportunity. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Ends with a projectile. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gear. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Knockdown and jumps up. Porter makes it hard to escape. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 hits back with the overdrive vertical. Still slugging it out at this range. Blocks it. Burnout activates. Gets a risky button. Nothing but air. On for the critical arm. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Such a lovely face.
Flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1. Fight.
We're here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Decides to puff up while they can. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Avoid getting cornered. Have the radar up and running. No good up high. Both fighters will want to utilize what little drive gauge they have. Takes a trip. Player 1 chases them down. Good job blocking the jumping. The shoulder gets them. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A blade forward jump there to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Hit them with a stop and bomb. Doesn't miss a beat.
Let's go.
Not close enough for the throw. Knockdown and player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Player this unleashes a big KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 2. Fight!
Medium kick throws them forward, experiencing burnout. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable.
Round 1. Fight!
This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Drive impact. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Snares them. Okay, they trade hits. Life lead opens up. Flashes them. Both are just hanging on by a thread, but their drive gauges are a different story. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Chin-right kick for a mix-up. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Medium kick. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 2 is barely hanging ends the meter, hoping for a good return. No question whether this super art is going to kill him. Taking no prisoners. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 with the life lead. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Checks with a medium. Shows a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. G-right kick from experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. They trade hits. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Both fighters planning something. Burns out, gets the counter hit and the win. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Locks them down with Inferno to turn up the heat. Denies the jump in. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? Their spacing is so on point in there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round one. Fight.
This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Goes for the throw. Lots of aggression from both sides. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Who's gonna make a move? So it looks like our fighters are taking a breather. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Gets the jump in. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Sticks the jump in. KO. Player one takes up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Good job blocking the jump in. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. A drive impact. Player two will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? From upstairs. Big throws. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Both fighters planning something? They decide to take a breather to regroup. Showing some real tenacity. We're at a standstill, but we may see interruptions soon. Both fighters have a... This is gonna hurt! Drilling time! That's the Yoga Inferno Rip! What now? Will this super art do anything? It's the from above with the booster beats! Who's gonna take it? Players clutch anti-air! Flatline zone! Here's the final round! The real fight starts now! Opens with a jump in? The last round. It's now or never. Gets him with a Euro step. Earns a breather to reset the situation. Crowns him from above. Jumps in. Throws him. Okay, here we go. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their tricky hidden variable. Reads the jump in perfectly. Breakout. This is gonna hurt. And whips. They're wide open. Who'll set the bait at this range? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player two, this is a big closes it out. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Round one. Fight.
The first round begins. Crowns him from above. Medium kick hits. Smart play with the throw. Player two chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player two has the life lead. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. I can't keep track of these gets. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Just add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Going by Romeo Serum with a boosted scramble. How will this impact things? Smart play with the drug experiencing burnout. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Going in. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Breaks the block with a throw, scrapping it out up close. Player solid anti-air. This is gonna hurt. Closes it out. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Does a good job of pushing back. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Oh, here's the drive impact. Taking a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. Very solid corner switch. Player three and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1 chases him down. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by throwing him with fireballs. Oh, burnout on both sides? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Each hit is so important here. Vagabond and Step KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Opts to create space to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Brings down a Yoga Comet to throw him off. Spends the gauge for the driver. Burnout activates. Knockout and... Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Ooh, they're gonna keep on super art. Experiencing burnout. They just made that was a well-placed projectile. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. From upstairs. Yoga flow. Where's this going? That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Reversal. Tricky hidden variable. This is gonna hurt. What now? Player 1. Burnout activates. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player anti-air in the clutch. Gets the counter hit. There's a burnout. Ooh, what a smart throw. Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire still blazing. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Escapes the corner. Blink up. Player 2 just reads the throw and escapes. Vagabond head connects. Clutch plus anti-air. Gets him with a Euro step. They are not getting close to each other. Goes out of sight. Going in. Reversal. Yoga fire. Okay, it's solid anti-air. The next touch may decide this round. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Turns out. I can't believe it. Time's almost up. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They backdash to start. Goes out of sight. Curls him from above. Gets the combo. Strings it all together. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 chases them down. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 got completely shut out that round. Can they make a comeback? Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beat. Quick Bushin beat assaults them from the air. Are they going to fill up their super meter for a small advantage or concentrate on the offensive? Going in? Brings down a Yoga Comet to throw him off. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Teleports! That's gonna rattle him. Both fighters planning something? In there! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Feeling out the spacing. Knife lead opens up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us jump KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The super converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Drilling time. Let the Yoga Inferno rip. Player 2 has the life lead, and they use it. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Out of range. Relatively safe. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Grabs and throws them away. What's the next move? Player 1 needs to use the front of the corner here. Inferno to turn up the heat. Counting on the super to do the job. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Teleport in there. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that number now. Down to the wire.
Gotcha.
Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Player 1 with the life lead. The drive parry was successful. Parrying an attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Starting something with the super. Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Doesn't miss a beat. It's a good spot to use the super. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Inferno to turn up the heat. Big super art hit. It's on. That's a big gap. Curls them from above. Gotta do better than that. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Going in, drops him hard. Checks with a medium kick. This is gonna hurt. Somehow there's a burnout. Both sides getting ready. The next touch may decide this round. One player is in burnout state. This could lead to some big damage. Dragon closes it out. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Round 1. Fight.
We're here in the first aerial Tatsu. Picks the drive reversal. Throws out a projectile. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Decides to go in with the target combo. What's the play here? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Player 1 chases them down. There's a corner switch. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. From up above. Taking stock. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Breaks the block with a throw. Okay, creating some space here. Lots of distance here as both fighters look for an opening. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Blocking that in there! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jumper. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Picks the drive reversal. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Experiencing burnout. Hits them with a stopping power. The impact doesn't do anything. Cuts in with a driving. Knockdown and goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Closing moments of the match. One both what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is gonna hurt. Crowns him from above. Gets the combo. Player 1 needs to fix that empty cage management to stay in there. Holy! Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 can't let them shift super art to show them what our PhD and fighters can do for you. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. To play with fire and you're gonna get burned. Oh, here we go. Throws them. Oh, they switch sides. Oh man, this is a scary range. Player 2 needs to add a bit of OD spice. Blink up. This could lead to some big damage. Watch as I am. Crowns him from above. Are you kidding me? Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Round 1. Fight.
How's this? Yoga close to that. This is gonna hurt. Jumps in. Parries the projectile. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. All right. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Spends gauge to hit back with a reversal. Opts for the throw. What's the play here? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Experiencing burnout. Takes a trip. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Closing one KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Yoga flow. Where's this going? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Jump, experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have burnout activates. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? Camp Dawson serving up a sick burn with the sunburst. KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round 1. Fight.
Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Drive reversals blocked. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 1 has been legit shook in the corner. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Alright. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Alright, what's coming up next? Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Trying to read each other here? Taking stock. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Gets the jump in. Yoga drilling time. Let's say go KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in. Inferno to turn up the heat. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Natsu's out of the quick dash. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Player 1 needs to use the knockdown KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Imperial Tatsu. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Connects with the throw. Takes it. Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Player 1 is the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? Taking stock. Sticks the jump in. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. From up above.
How's this?
Teleports! That's gonna rattle them. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Drive reversal. Earns a breather to reset the situation. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Hit them with a stop and bop. Burns them Inferno to turn up the heat. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge unit. Just goes for it at this range. How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation? Can they create an opportunity? KO! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round 1.
Will we see our fighters fill each other out, or just let it fly in this opening round? Holds out with the block. Jump in, finds the mark. Goes for the throw. What are they thinking here? Hits back with a well-placed drive reversal. Gets the jump in. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. And a super activation. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 2 was completely shut out in that last round. They really need to think about whether to press on with their current game plan or change up their playstyle a bit. Gets the jump in. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Sneaks in.